Hello guys, and welcome to a bit of a special match betting video here because I wanted to take the chance to demonstrate, to talk, to do a little bit of match betting, different kind of things. Really cool stuff I've been experiencing in Case Clicker lately, like really crazy cool stuff. And I wanted to share that with you guys. Of course I do, but the main reason why I'm making this video here, guys, and it's gonna be a long one, is because I have been getting quite a few comments such as these, and it's like make a new episode on match betting rebound, like in how I get value back after I trade so much away, how to get the match betting. You unlock it as an upgrade in the account menu. You can't buy it, you need to unlock it after the trading system. A lot of you guys are really being awesome, commenting in, helping each other out like always. You're just like so really awesome. But anyway, when is live match betting getting recorded? I decided not to do that because I don't want to I stopped posting my bets before placing them, before they end, because I feel like I don't want to give you guys this impression that I'm really lucky and then you can go do the real bets and you lose and it's my fault kind of thing. I don't want that kind of responsibility, and that is why I stopped doing that. But anyway, I have loads of comments from you guys pretty much asking me to explain more about, also have one here about how do you add multiple match bets on the same one. So it's going a bit like on the fly here as I just dig them out. So like loads of comments about this match betting, just pulling out a few of them here. Many of you guys are like requesting me to do the live thing, and I'm expecting it to be because you want to you see that I'm lucky and you would like to be able to place the same bets that I do and then hopefully get a lot of value, and I would love to help out with that. But even though I have luck and I'm in a decent profit, it has nothing to do with skill or insight, guys. So that's really important to note, and yeah, that is why I'm not doing it. But anyway, just browsing through my list of like I have 7 pages of match betting related comments. I just wanted to see if there were others I wanted to highlight right now, but I'm thinking it's really time to just dig into the video, and I want to talk about what I want to talk about in the video and what I want to show you guys. So match betting, guys, it's the thing here in the middle under your net hub. You can see it right above my video feed here. You unlock it for, I do believe it's 750 in-game dollars, and once you have it, you can go in here and you can place bets on real CSGO matches in different leagues, different all sorts of crazy stuff that I know very little about. Some of them are like pros, some of them are like closing in on being pros, like different kinds of leagues, but real games being played in the real Counter-Strike Global Offensive game. Yes, and many of the games you can actually watch them being streamed. Loads of data you can find about them that may or may not help you place winning bets. In this video here, I'm going to be showing the following. First, a bet being placed on a single team, so multiple bets on the same. I'm doing 15 on one match, and then I am raking in the rewards. That is one way of playing in the match betting that I often do, and like in this time here I'm showing the winning one. So that is like part 1 of this video, and I'm gonna get into it. Like, let's just do it while no, I'm gonna talk first. Yay! So second part is me showing another strategy for betting that I also use quite a bit. Unfortunately, I like the list of the wins and losses, somehow it resets once you've claimed the prices, so I don't have like I didn't have the video of when I claimed the wins for it, but it was a 50-50 win with a 3 times as much chance to win, so it was a good profit. But that is another strategy. I'm gonna go a bit more into it as I show the bets that were placed. And the last thing that I'm going to be showing, guys, is like so insane. It is actually me placing bets on a single match, but placing bets on both sides so that no matter who wins, I'm gonna end in loads of profits. And I was unable to catch the actual time where I placed the bets because I wasn't home there, but I'm catching the bets after they've been placed, so you can see the values and the percentages it's gonna match up with. And then I was able to record it while raking in the rewards. So in this video here, match betting, placing 15 bets on one team, getting loads of rewards, placing 5 bets on 3 different teams based on like my kind of strategy about doing that, why I'm doing it, and like the craziest match bet I have ever made is what we're digging into. And like I said, it's gonna be a long one, so brace yourselves if you're into that stuff. So time to breathe. Yes, match betting is connected to your NetHub ID. So if you load the game or save the game, you're gonna lose your match betting details and your trades. This here is the bet I wanted to bet into while recording this, BD versus Rebels, and I'm selecting it on the list, and then I'm selecting items around 500 in value, 10 of them, to bet upwards of 5,000. I don't want to go in and bet $5,000 items. I don't want to go in and bet 10 $100 items. I have so much value in my account that by combining the 500 and 600 items in that range, it's pretty easy for me to match up kind of the value that is needed in 10 items to reach around 10,000. I never go nitty gritty on it. I don't care if it's 4,800 or like if it's 4,998. It's just trying to maximize it like to some degree. Sometimes I'm really lazy and it ends up like 3,000, but yeah, that's that's how it is. So what am I doing here? I'm betting in on BD. That is the team you can see here. 3.55 in return. So you tap here and then you tap over here to select the items, go into your inventory, and you select the items you want to bet. Once that is done, when you hit the place button bet here, you lose the items. They are removed from your account and placed in this bet, and if you win the match bet, you get them back in addition to the wins. So what do you win? Well, let's look at that. This up here in the upper left corner is the total value I've been betting, 4,785.90 one time, and I've been placing the bet on BD winning. The percentage shown is the likelihood of them winning based on the total amount of bets made. So this is not about who is the better team, it is about where has money been staked. So out of the $100, $78 have been bet on Rebels winning and 22 on BD in the total like picture of the match bet based on where this data comes from. So what that means is this could be the best team. This BD could be the team that had like the most skilled players, the best advantages in the given maps, who knows, but the money has been placed over here. And that is what the percentages mean. It's not an indication of who is the better team. Not always, anyway. But the return value shown down here above the select buttons, they show you how much money you get if you bet on that team and they win. And it is matched up with the percentages. So a higher percentage means you get less money back. A lower percentage means you get more money back. So for every $1 you bet here, if this team wins and you place $1 on it, you get your $1 back and 28 cents worth of items in addition to that. If you place $1 on BD, you get your $1 back if they win and $3.55 in addition to that in skins. So what that means is placing 4,785.90 on BD gives me 16,968.19 in addition to all the skins I staked if they win. If they lose, I just don't get my skins back. So that is really like the numbers on the screen. You cannot place more than 10 items in the bet, and you cannot stake more than $5,000. So those are like the limitations and the rules for the match betting system. There is another rather unfortunate rule, and that is if a game is cancelled, you lose. Like, I've had a few games where I bet on a team and the other team conceded, or like never showed up, or whatever you should say, and that means the match was cancelled. So even though I actually bet on the winning team because the other one gave up or didn't show up, it counts as if you didn't win, and you just get your items back. So you don't lose anything, but you also don't win anything. So that's also worth taking into consideration. So adding in items, and yeah, this just goes on. I'm spending a lot of time trying to select the items that make this around 5,000 per trade, placing them on the BD versus Rebels, and you can see it's the same stuff that I'm doing. This is how you place more bets on the same team. You have your list, you just hit bet again, you make a new bet. So when I hit place bet, it's done like this. Then I select the bet button here. This is the match I'm betting on here, Rebels being the percentage wise favored and BD not being the one I'm betting on. So you hit this button, and you can do that as many times as you want. You have 15 total bets per day. You can see it up in the upper right corner, and what that means is you can bet 15 times total in one day, 15 times in one team, one time in 15 different teams, 5 times in 3 different bets. You can place 15 bets total, and the game doesn't really care where you place the bets, but you only have 15 per day. Sometimes you can, if you place a bet, say 1 hour before daily reset, then you can place like 15 bets, like here on BD. Let's say this was 11 p.m. I place 15 bets on BD. Then at midnight I get 15 new bets because it's a new day, so at 1 a.m. I can actually do it again. And that is how you can actually place like 30 bets on one team if you want to, but the teams have to have interesting percentages for you to bet on and be available at a before and after midnight period. If that's possible, if you find such a match, then you can bet in more than 15 times on the same match on the same side, and sometimes I do that because it's really crazy sometimes. Yeah, that's really why. Anyway, just betting in some of the last times here in the BD Rebels match, and I generally try to bet rather lower than higher skins, and that's really because I'm getting 14,117 in return here. I'm not even betting close to the full value, and most of the time I don't like risking stuff in here because I'm doing the luck betting kind of thing, but I always, almost always bet on crazy percentages, meaning that if I am lucky, I get huge returns. If I guess bad, I don't lose much. And sometimes I go all nitty gritty and I go to CSGO betting websites and I look into statistics that people post, spreadsheets about who should win and why, and all sorts of geeky stuff. And I almost always lose when I follow their advice. But even if I win, if Rebels were in fact the winning team and I bet 5,000 on them, I would get like 1,000 in return. So with my type of inventory in Case Clicker, I have no use for $1,000 prize because I cannot even win one of the best items. That's really how bad $1,000 prize is in Case Clicker. you cannot even win the best items. So just like browsing through some of my more recent things here, as you can see, just winning some, losing some, winning some, losing some, and yeah, and that's really because I just like wanted to show you guys this is my my iPhone betting, same stuff, and I don't always win. It's never a guaranteed thing, but when I win, I always go like way into profits. So guys, that was the first part of the betting, placing in more than one bet on the same match, on the same side, in Case Clicker, in match betting. And what I'm going to be doing now is to show you the result of these match bets. Alright guys, so pulling up the recording from when the match bet was completed, and same thing in my NetHub area, the stuff like right above my my head here, and there you have it, Rebels versus BD, BD1, and yeah, just my other like battles there for reference, so you guys, mostly just so you guys can see it's like the same trading, but it's really besides the point. What I'm going to be doing now is that I'm going to be playing the wins so you guys can see what type of prizes you get when you win these different ranges, because that is probably even more important, yes please, than the actual bet amount. Because what is the fun in winning $1,000 if you just get 10 $100 items? Nobody cares. Like, I had $1,000 item, that's where it gets fun, I think. And I feel you really need to win quite a few thousand to see those kind of prizes, and this here is like the minimum that I bother to bet into. If I cannot win like 15,000 on a filled match bet, I just don't bet, because I'm just gonna be winning like potentially $100 items, something like that. And I don't want that stuff. I want the items that are interesting for me to trade with you guys, and I want the items that I can use like efficiently in jackpotting. And I just get way too much junk anyway from my jackpots, so there is no reason for me to like. They're factory new Dragon Roll, yes please. You know, that's a prize. That's that's worth grabbing. And I almost only see those like in the 10,000 plus wins, but I guess it's luck based really. But of course there we have a Flip Knife Crimson Web, also $1,000 thing, so that's like a really nice prize, getting 2 high-end items that are interesting both in terms of trading with you guys and having a lot of value in one place if you want to go crazy in the jackpot. So next up here, like $700 item, yeah, but another $1,000 knife, always nice. I can see a Karambit Marble Fade factory new there, factory new Blue Steel, also $1,000 Karambit Knight there, also in the plus 1,000 range. So some really nice prizes, and that's when it gets fun to win. I mean, I'm winning items that are valued way higher than what I was taking, you know? So I get 3.5 times as much value, but I also get items that are worth the double or more, and then it's good. So you can turn junk into jackpot, and that's cool. Turning jackpot into junk plus risking losing it, I think that's like a really bad idea, and you guys know I've tried it, and that is why I can say I feel it's a really bad idea. Factory new Karambit Fade over there, stat track. Like a lot of these good items, the AUG, have loads of those. I just flooded with them, and those are like the type of items I see quite a bit. I don't see the $1,000 items that often. Being honest, I probably like win and lose equally much in the match bet, meaning that I get a lot more value because I never win and get just, you know, double back. So I play the risky way, and sometimes I win 10 times as much as I bet, meaning that I can lose like the next 10 times in a row and still be in a profit, because I will have turned 15 match bets of like $500 items. That's what I will have lost, but I will have won a lot of items in the $1,000 and $2,000 area, and that is like the real magic of the match bet, just as with the jackpot, because you can turn low value items into high ones. Plus you get loads of value, but that's really like an added thing, an added value to get value. Yeah, exactly. So like loads of items, also lots of contracting options towards Dragon Laws if one is interested in that stuff. So just more and more goodies. It's like another one there, Karambit Knight. They are pretty popular, I feel, in the match betting system. I don't know if there is some kind of, you have a higher chance of getting this skin than that when adding in value, but the Karambit Knight is one of those skins that I see very often, along with the Karambit Fade. Much more frequent now after the 182D update than before. It was still relatively rare before. M9 banned, Crimson Wet stat track there, more than 1,000. The AUG again, yeah, but yeah, you guys can see it just as well as I can. Sunia Dragon Lore with more than 1,000. Bayonet Knight, not the best version of it, but nonetheless, now it's like, this is when winning the jackpot. No, the match betting system is like really cool. And you can see I only bet 4,465 on this one. Obviously, if you really want to milk the system, you are gonna try to like factor in your Karambit Marble Fade stat track there, yes please. You're gonna try to match up closer to the $5,000 value, another Crimson Web. But I'm mostly doing this because I think it's really fun, especially because I don't have like the game understanding. I feel that it is insane to win this much this often without knowing really that much about the actual matches and the actual teams. It feels like so broken, and you can do it in a game like yeah, factor in your Crimson Web Flip Knife there. It's possible for me to do it here because I'm not risking anything like real. I would never place these types of bets if it was real money or skins that could be turned into real money. But here you can like freely bet in the mathematical good way, because I mean, so what if you lose, you know? That's what makes it so fun. It kind of shows you how broken things are in the real world, but because of our like mental image of how we need to like act and behave and take care of ourselves and our money, we don't risk things the right way, because it is hard work to get money, so we're not like toying with it like this. But I think I demonstrate for myself how wrong that actually is. But no, I wouldn't do it in the real world, even though this game tells me I should, because yeah, I have 4 kids that I also want to give food. Risk is just different in the real world, but it makes it no less fun to just like scrap in value here like absolutely crazy pants. So here only 3,995.80 in bet value, but still getting the Marble Fade M9 Bayonet there with more than 1,000. Oh yeah, and a Karambit Marble Fade. Okay, so apparently it's more than doable in this range as well. So I may have been filling you guys with beep. I've just never really noticed them with oh, it was a 14,000. It's just because I was thinking about the 4,000, but of course it was a 14,000 win, and that's why I saw such nice values. Oh, coffee time. Yay! Cheers, guys. So we are closing in on the end of like the first part of this match betting video. Placing bets on one team and winning. I mean, I could just spend 20 seconds about how you bet, but I kind of like doing it this way, where I record and show both the bets and the wins when possible anyway. And it's not because I want to be like all, hey, look at me, I won. It's just more fun to get it like this way, where it's based on like actual gaming instead of just a two-liner. But guys, that was like part 1 of the match betting. What we're going to be looking into now is a strategy I've been using quite a lot recently. It's more about risk spreading and about geeky mathematics, but for me that is possibly even more fun than just randomly betting on one match. So let's dig into it. Alright guys, so let's dig into like round 2 here, or whatever I should call it, which is more than anything a risk spreading betting system, or way of thinking about the betting system that I have started to use quite a bit lately, and it is about spreading out your risk on several low percentage bets. And if you look at the bets that we have here in my match bet at the time of this recording, you can see I have stuff over here like Granted 92, Torpedo 21, Vexed 79, Explosive 8. The most you can get in return in the match betting system is 10 times the value, meaning that if you stake $1, you get 10 back. That is best case scenario. If we look here, we get 376 in return if we bet on Torpedo, meaning that if we bet $1, we get 3 back. Explosive here is 10 bucks. Granted is just 9 cents. Yeah, not good. And I do believe they lost. But anyway, what I'm doing here is that instead of betting in 5,000 15 times in one match, I'm betting in 5 times in 3 different matches that all give me more than 3 times the value in return. So what you need to, if we just, for like the simplicity of it, here you can see really the crazy return on my bet here on Explosive. If you bet 1,000 on 3 different teams, then you have placed 3,000 in bets. If one of them wins and give you more than 3 times in return, you get your 1,000 back, plus, let's say, 3,100. What that means is you spend 3,000 and you get 4,100 in return. So by placing my bets of like almost equal value in 3 match bets that all give more than 3 times return value, you can actually go all the way to more than 2x, but I don't like that low kind of stuff. So so what I'm doing is that instead of risking everything on one lucky guess, crossy fingers, moonlight, lucky stars and all that, I split it out, and like if I can find 3 that give me 10x, it's even better. Or if I can find 5 that give me 10x and split it out like that, it's even better. The thought is, if you can place your bets in a way that if any one of the matches you bet in gives you a total profit, you're not playing safe because you are playing against the odds, as in the odds of where other players are placing their money, or in this case clicker money. But nonetheless, what I'm doing here is that I am betting roughly 25,000 in 3 different bets. Here on NVM I'm getting 6.14 in return if I had been betting on Revival, and I do believe Revival ended up winning, but that's besides the point because Explosive won on a 10x. I think that's how it is. But anyway, if that one won and I placed 25,000 there, I would win. If it was 2x, I would win enough to break even on my 3 times 5 bets. Then I'm getting the 4x in profit, so 4 times 25,000. So just if I lost everything except the NVM versus Revival, I would still be 100,000 in profit. If I lost everything but won the Explosives, I would be in like 250,000 in profit or more. And that is the new way of betting that I have moved on to. Not because I haven't been lucky before, I have been crazy lucky, but I'm doing the wild shot kind of things because I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the time to really geek into it. So I've moved on to placing my bets in a way where if I just hit just one lucky guess out of all the options that I can find, I'm gonna be in a profit. In like the bets I'm placing in this video here, this part of the video, I'm placing 5 bets in 3 different matches. and I won 2 of them, meaning that it was, well, I actually had, I'm gonna be scrolling through my betting list after this, so you can see I have like many different batches of 5 bets being placed, and I won half of them. Yeah, so half of my like low percentage bets came in, and every one of them was in 3x or higher. I had some at 10x, I had some at 9x. So my total value for just betting only on low percentage bets is like crazy. I think like I possibly got a total return like 4x or 6x, but I wasn't just hoping for luck in one battle, so I feel it is a more safe way to bet. But it's a bit of risk management, but it's still placing a lot of bets on the games that every other player is hoping is gonna lose, at least based on the value of where they have been staking their money. That is important to remember. I mean, a team can have a high percentage because it started out with a low percentage and everybody put in their money, and then the percentage increased because it's a dynamic value, and that is what I'm going to be looking into in the last part of the video. It is so insane. Really looking forward to sharing with you guys, but yeah, that is another thing entirely. So here we have my bets. NVM versus Revival. Here you can see these are the bets I've been placing. And then we have Explosive, Granted, we have Planet Key, ATN, and just showing you guys here. Like here I'm getting like 3 point something x in return, betting 4,200, winning 14,000. So that is also in like the win range of what I want to do. And that was a bet I placed like in the previous day, many hours ahead. But I placed it at a good time. You can see the same bet now gives only 1.17 in return. So I was lucky to place this bet at a time where more people had been betting on the other team, and that is something you want to keep an eye on. That you can see Tectonic here was versus Aorth. Same kind of thing. I'm betting 5,000. I'm getting around 3x in return, and that is also a bet that changed like crazy. If we find the same match here, you can see Tectonic is at 42%, yielding just a 138 return. So even if, and that is another reason why I'm not giving my recommendations to you guys before the bets, because it could be hours between I place a bet and you get to see the video. Here you can see Method Enemy 5x, right? And the same match now has completely different odds, and this is like, okay, so now it's actually it's still the same apparently, but that changed as well. Even though I can't remember if they won or lost, but that is really besides the point. The important thing is that these percentages change all the time. So just because one team has a good return now, you can come back in 20 minutes and it has a bad return. What that also means, and this is where it gets like really geeky, is that imagine you have a bet A versus B, or Team A versus B. You go in and Team A has a 20%, a high value. So you bet 5 times there, you come back later, and the percentages have shifted. So let's say you had, let's just go with 3x on Team A, you placed 6 bets there, now you have 3x on Team B. So you place 6 bets there. So no matter who wins, you get 6 times the value back, but you only bet twice. That's how crazy the match betting system is, that you can actually focus on just one bet, one game, look for something that has many hours before it is being played, meaning that it's possibly very new and people haven't had a chance to place their bets yet. Just bet on something. It may have 2%, but when you check 10 hours later it could have 92. And then you can bet in on the other side, and no matter who wins, you're gonna be in a crazy profit. That is probably like the most fun thing I've started to do in the match betting system, and it is what I'm going to be showing you in the last part of the video, coming like in 1 minute and 20 seconds. It is how you can bet on both sides of one battle and come out with 400,000 in profit, because that's what I'm doing. It's so crazy. It's one match, and I'm betting on both sides, and it's like no matter who wins, it's gonna be party. That's just crazy. So when it comes to making a guide, a tutorial, how to use the match betting system, I cannot give you a single piece of good advice because it's a dynamic system. The values change all the time. Of course, the good thing, the intelligent thing is to bet on the team that has the highest chance at winning. So find like a real betting site and see how things are. Read information, go with the flow about the real stats, about the real battles, the real teams. But at the end of the day, if you are getting 6 cents in return, would you really risk, say, here you can see the bet I just showed you, the BD Rebels that I won before. But at the end of the day, would you stake $1,000 in a match for a chance to get $60 in return? Get a $60 skin in return, and you're risking 1,000? I don't want to do that. Why would I do that? What can I use that value for? So it's like it's almost only fun to bet because of the betting limit on something that gives you a high percentage in return. So my best advice to you guys is find an early match bet that's completely broken, where like the percentages are way off. Bet whatever you feel you can risk the half of in one end, hope it's gonna win or that the percentages are gonna shift, and you can bet on the other side as well. So no matter what happens, you risk your crap items, you have a 100% chance of getting more value back and better items. That is how you really want to do it, and now I'm going to show you how I just did that. So guys, here we have it. ID versus game agents. As you can see, it is here listed as ID 6%, game agents 94%, 17 hours before the actual match. I bet on this at a time where I couldn't record, but what I can do is show you how I have bet, and what you want to keep an eye on here is the return values. Yes, it is, because I cannot even go into the betting system because I already placed my 15 bets, but I can show you what the percentages were when I placed the bets. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. I mean, completely maxing out the system. So here we have my 15 bets today, just grabbing the freebie, Operation Kinguin. So here I am betting on ID. And the reason why I am betting on ID is because I went into the match bet and ID had more than 90% and game agents had like 4%. So what I did was I started betting on game agents just because it had a low percentage. Not because I had done any kind of math or checkup on it. I just noticed it was a crazy low percentage, so I figured I want to win big. What happened was that the odds changed while I was doing the match betting. Like, this is live stuff. It was like, you need to refresh the page. So I hit refresh and it went from 96 4% to 4%, no, to 6%, 94%, just in an instant. Meaning that what I'm doing here, these 4,860 blah blah blah, if I had placed this bet 1 minute before, I would have had a return like $4 or something crazy. And now for the same bet I'm getting 48,000, which doesn't matter because they lost, but the important thing is that I just bet 10 times in game agents on similar odds. Yes, similar stuff. So I'm just going through them here to show you guys like the bets. So these here, 5 bets on ID, and like the common thing with noting is that if ID wins, I get about 50,000 in return. So I have bet 25,000 on ID, and if they win, I get 250,000 back, plus my 25,000. Yeah, so that is getting 10x in return. But this here, yeah, this is what I've been betting on Game Agents, and it is exactly the same. Betting 4,499.84, 449984, winning 449984. So 10x on both sides. So if ID wins, I'm getting 250,000 in profit, but of course I need to subtract 50,000 that I'm losing on Game Agent. So that's a 200,000 in profit. But if Game Agents win, I'm going to get, so I had like different ranges of bets, but between 30 and 45. But let's just cap it at 40 and say 400,000 in return, plus the 40,000 I've staked. So that's 440,000 I'm getting back. And I just need to minus the 25 I placed on ID, meaning it's a 425,000 profit. So if Game Agents win, and they did, and I'm going to show you the prizes, I'm winning more than 400,000. The same bet, if the other team wins, I'm winning more than 200,000. It's like, that is the power of being active in the match betting system, of finding the battles early when they are like completely unbalanced. Like perhaps there is just one real bet in the system and that just offsets the match betting system like crazy. So I'm just like going through them a bit fast here, just, you know, for reference kind of stuff. Crazy stuff, man. Had one there 37, another one 37, and yeah, my most recent bets on Penta that I lost, but it was a wild shot, but worth trying anyway. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff that you can place a bet, and no matter who wins, you're in for the win. That's like, it's the same battle. Crazy stuff. So let us look at what I won by betting on both sides, because it was really good. Oh yes, it was. Right guys, so prize time, my favorite time of day, especially in the match bet. So game over, ID lost, too bad. So the 5 games where I bet on ID did not give any returns, but that's the good news, because I bet 10 times on Game Agents. I only really bet on both sides because no matter what happened, I would be in profit. So 4,169.70 staked, 41,697 won. This here is being recorded on the 4th of February, really, so it's a very recent match bet, not just only including old stuff. Well, it may not be recent, really, depending on when you're watching, but so let's look at some recent, for me at the time of recording, wins in the match betting system here. I'm just going to like browse through the prizes here as I end this video. It is the last thing that is coming. I feel that I have shared the bits and bytes of information I have learned and experienced in the match betting system in its new version. In this video I have tried to demonstrate how bets are being placed, how you can place them, that values change, that they are dynamic, that you may be able to benefit from betting on both sides of the same battle. Really trying to share with you guys all of the intel that I have about the match betting system, and a lot of this here that I have, a lot of this information is also information that, thank you. You guys have been posting a lot of it. So many cool comments, so much great information, so many really awesome suggestions. So it is not Loke Hansen, king of the world in the match betting system. No, it is everyone that comes to my channel and participates actively by posting comments, helping out other viewers, helping out me, you guys out there watching my videos, supporting the Case Clicker community by spreading helpful information. This video is on you. This match betting, how to master tutorial, everything I know it belongs to you guys. So thank you very much again for your constant patience, assistance, like explosive amounts of awesomeness. Thank you for that. And thank you for giving me a chance to gather your really good intel, your experience, your suggestions, and share it with the people that don't have a chance at getting it. Yeah, Bayonet Nightmare. That is, I feel that is the most meaningful thing I do on my YouTube channel. It is to act as a medium for good ideas, suggestions, because I read all comments. I say that a lot. I don't prioritize the time to reply to all of them, but I read them all. I try to highlight some of them in different videos, but what it means is that when you post something, a comment to my videos, and if you have information that can, 1, help other players, 2, shed light upon an area of Case Clicker that is broken, that you would also like to get fixed, anything really, I'm going to try to share it on in my videos and hope that it gets enjoyed or gets attention by more people. And I think that's just freaking awesome. I have been reading quite a few comments about a request for a coin flip as a betting option as well. So I know that a lot of the actual betting is something you guys want a lot more, and I really appreciate that you are requesting all these cool game features on my channel as comments. But like as many of you know, hopefully everyone, but I know not everyone, I cannot say that I have anything to do with Case Clicker besides enjoying the game like crazy, being as a bot in the jackpot. I am not the developer, I'm not part of the development team, I just really like the game, like really like the game. So when you post stuff and I share it, that's what it is. It's not, I cannot change anything in the game, but perhaps people that can influence the game are also checking out my videos. Perhaps others are then catching up on the ideas you have shared when I share them and post them to like the right people. Regardless, it is something I'm really thankful for. I really like sharing really cool information, tips, tricks, tutorials, all that kind of stuff, and you guys are making it possible. So that is also why I love trading back to you guys, because even though I'm the one winning 400,000 here in the match betting system, loads of you don't have a chance to do that, and then I can give you something. Well, trade it, because we cannot give, but that is another reason why I love tradeaways, is because it gives me a chance to give something back to those that haven't really mastered a lot of the things in Case Clicker yet, and so we're helping each other out, and that's really freaking awesome, just as these rewards are really awesome. Not sure how much you guys have been noticing the different items that I've been winning, but I noted like Factory New Souvenir Dragonlore, Factory New Medusa, Factory New Stab Track, Bayonet Knight, like all of the most expensive items in the game are being won in this single day of match bets. Plus, I don't know how many other items in like different top end, like Factory New Medusa right there had the AUG before. Loads of items. I mean, 400,000 worth of items in Case Clicker is like a lot of items. It's like so many Tiger Tooth, so many bayonets, so many different types of karambits, and like just so much silly skin value. And yeah, I mean, you don't need to do this very often to be able to trade away a lot of stuff to other people. And that really leads me to like a bit of a bonus part of this video that is coming after the last match betting win. It is, oh yeah, Marble Fade, Stat Track, Factory New Karambit there, and a Karambit Fade, like Factory New Knight there. Just, you know, keep it coming, man. This is just, it's insane. But what I wanted to, what I'm doing right after this is I'm going into my trade, and I'm just scooping by the cancel trades. Once again, it's something I do almost daily, and I just wanted to show you guys what is going on in my cancel trades area on a daily basis, because it's also going to shed a bit of light upon my account, why I'm able to offer like sometimes really silly trades, like way more than you would expect anyone to be able to win by jackpotting, by match betting, stuff like that, because I have silly inventory. I really do have a silly inventory because I play a lot, and I have crazy luck, and I find some of the like crazy things like I've shown in this video. But I also have, I don't know if we're talking 1,000 trades or something like that, and as you can see I have the stuff completed where there are items on both ends. So a lot of value just floating around there that I can't really do anything about, and I'm thinking millions, guys. I'm thinking millions of value, but just in the cancel trade here, that's what I'm gonna be highlighting today. This is like on a daily basis. I go in and I see like a handful of cancel trades. So these are trades that I started in a match betting video, and for one reason or the other ended up being cancelled, not by me. So here you can see like I offered someone this and it was cancelled. So when I offer this again the next time, it's not because I have been like unreal lucky to just happen to get all these items again. Not necessarily. Sometimes I am, but like many of these crazy items that, so somebody asked for my most expensive knife or something and I offer it and it gets cancelled, then I can offer it again. It doesn't necessarily mean that I won it or like, you know, acquired it. So once again here, another one of these like very recent trades. I think you guys saw it in my most recent trade video. And so when you see me giving away value and value and value and value and value, like trading away hundreds of thousands in match betting videos, some of it goes back here. I will say about 70% of the trades I offer go back here, and that is why I say like so many times, please add a value. Tell me how much you want me to add, because one, you're not getting anything if you cannot complete the trade. Two, someone else cannot get anything for this wasted trade. Another one of the knights coming back here. Three, I'm spending like double time. One, making a trade. Two, getting it back again from the cancelled area. So it's like there is so much wasted time and so many wasted like possibilities in trades that I make to you that you cannot get. Like if you can only accept the $400 trade, don't ask for a $2,000 item, or send me as much as you can. I send 26,000 and I just get it back. I mean, it's if you can accept 6,000, just write that. If you can accept 500, write that. I make these trade away videos. I trade with you guys every day 25 times because I want to help. I want to help complete your collections. If you have a dream item, you just haven't been able to get that slaughter, or you know, whatever kind of thing it is. I don't even care if you just want to have the most expensive item in the game. Another one here, 26,000. I just wasted. Well, I'm getting it back. But my point is, guys, that I play a lot, I win a lot. I'm not sure if you can say that you're good at playing a game such as Case Clicker, but if you can be good at it, then I'm good at it. And besides that, I'm getting this all the time, and like I said, in the weekend I'm going to go into my pending trades and I'm going to clear the list. What that means is I am going to cancel everything there to get a fresh start. Some of these trades are like weeks old and I'm not getting any response to them whatsoever, and it's just so many items in my trade list that nobody is getting to benefit from. And a lot of you guys are writing me, you know, please send me this, please send me this, please send me this. And like, I have all of those items, but like probably 2 million worth of items or something in my trade that are just floating around in the pending area for ages. So this was just like a side thing, guys. It was not because I wanted to like go all deep and crazy pants. It was just, it's mostly really for your own sake, guys. When you ask for a trade, try to think about what you really want and if you can accept it, because it's not a help for you if you just have a big trade and you can't accept it. Then it's just gonna be like, it's just gonna burn really. So I'm sorry, guys. I try to make these trades based on what you write, but please try to be as specific as possible so that we can help each other have even more fun in CaseClicker instead of just sending like big values back and forth in the trade. That's really silly. But guys, this was a bit of a long one, so I'm gonna cut it here as always. Thank you guys very much for watching.